Hi guys, this is Mrs. Hill. This is our last lesson in our book, Antarctica. This is going to be considered lesson number 5. What I'm going to do is read the story from beginning to end. I will post the AR number in the assignment for today. This is an AR book. Let me double check and see what grade level it is, just in case you're wondering. It's a 3.2 grade level, and it is, I think, a half a point. So after you listen to the story from beginning to end, I would also like you to go to your skill packet, double check to make sure you have all of your questions answered. If you're missing a question or 2 questions, please go back to the video that I have the question numbers indicated. I did number the questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you're missing any questions, please take the time to go back and submit them. After you listen to the story from beginning to end, if you would take the time to read the questions and the answer or answers out loud to a family member, read them out loud to a dog, just helps you check to make sure you've got complete sentences, you've got your capitalization, your punctuation. Also helps you with some fact recall and some story details if you read those out loud, your question answers out loud before you take the AR test. So the title of the story is Antarctica. The author is Helen Coucher. In the cold far south in Antarctica live emperor penguins, wattle seals, and adult penguins. The emperor penguin lays her egg in winter when it is dark both day and night. Then she leaves to feed at sea. While she is gone, her mate carefully nestles the egg on top of his foot for 2 months. He huddles in a tight circle with his friends against the freezing winter storms. Can you see that real good? Just looks like a great big circle of penguins, and they're all hunkered down, and they've got their backs out. Meanwhile, his mate is feeding at sea, where danger lurks. A ferocious leopard seal. So that was the first dangerous predator, or the first dangerous character in our story. Those leopard seals, like I said before, I have a hard time with that illustration, realizing a leopard seal is ferocious or mean. Luck is with the emperor penguin this time. She leaves the water safely and trudges back to the rookery. There is a great excitement because their chick has just hatched. But the male emperor is hungry and weak. It is his turn to go to sea to find food. When it is spring, the sun at last shines again in the Antarctic sky. A wattle seal climbs onto the ice to have her pup. The adult penguins have also come onto the ice. On their long journey to the rocky shore where they will lay their eggs, they pass the emperor chicks. The adults build their nest out of pebbles. They take turns keeping the eggs warm until they hatch. Just beyond the nesting place, some men have built a base camp. Suddenly, the adults hear a terrible whirling noise. Suddenly, the adults hear a terrible whirling noise. Helicopters. They panic and leave their eggs unguarded. Skunks swoop in to have a feast. Frightened by the helicopters, the adults will not nest here again. The emperors, too, are uneasy. They have heard huge explosions and seen ice and rock hurled high into the air. Out at sea, anxious songs ring out from the depths. Wattle seals call to their friends under the ice. Metal hulls are pushing through the pack ice, banging, crunching, booming nearer. The penguins and the seals have always shared their world with ancient enemies, the scauts and the leopard seals. But these new arrivals are more dangerous. The seals and penguins cannot tell yet whether they will share or destroy their beautiful Antarctica. So that was the story from beginning to end. Again, if you'll double check your skill packet, double check both pages to make sure you have all of your questions completed. Take the time to read those questions out loud to a family member. They'll be interested to see what you've learned. And after you get that finished reading those questions out loud, if you would like to take your AR test, please reference the number posted in your Google Classroom assignment. After you take your AR test, please submit your packet. Once it is done, up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a green button that says Turn In. If you could turn that in, and we'll take a look at it, we'll grade it, and we'll get you some feedback. Hope you've enjoyed this book. I certainly do like the illustrations. I'll also have another little assessment, just some questions and answers for you to complete. Shouldn't be hard. The questions go along with our story. So two assignments posted, an AR test and a short little 9-answer or 9-question assessment that goes along with our story. So we'll see you next week. Bye.